Hey everybody, welcome to Big English on Health. It's time for another episode of That Carnivore Guy. That's right, he's that carnivore guy. You know, the one who's always eating meat. You can't get him to do anything else. That's just what he loves. Let's go see what he's got to say about his progress today.
Hey everybody, it's Marshal here for week number 3 of 2026, and my next big push in doing the carnivore way of eating. And that's right, I said carnivore. I'm that carnivore guy. I'm that guy that's eating meat and bacon, eggs, sausage, pork belly, those kinds of things, instead of eating the fiber and the cereal and the vegetables and the cookies and the pies and the cakes and all that stuff. And, I'm not opposed to a piece of broccoli or some green beans every now and again. I don't think it does me too much harm, but I don't think it does me too much good either. So what's the point? And I'm really trying to buckle down and make some strong progress to really be that carnivore guy. It's still a work in progress, but that's the role, that's the persona that I'm taking on until I become that carnivore guy. I'm trying to be somebody. I'm trying to be that carnivore guy. So last time I talked to you about my blood test results coming back from my trip to the doctor, and some of the red flags that were there. And I tried to bring some details. I was able to get into my portal and get some pictures, some snapshots for you. Hopefully they'll show up well on the video here, but we'll see. But anyway, my insulin level was at 39.1, and the standard typical normal region for insulin is 2.6 to 24.9. So if 24.9 is kind of like the maximum, I'm above the maximum. I'm holding on to a bunch of insulin. And that's the thing that my doctor is most concerned about. My A1C, which is kind of your diabetes, are you in the diabetes range? Well, that was a 5.9% here. And they didn't give me a standard range, so I had to look that up. But it ends up being that if anything below 5.7 is normal. That's kind of your normal range. But anything between 5.7 and 6.4, you're pre-diabetic. You're right on the road. You're a toe away from being pushed into diabetes. And of course, anything above 6.4 is considered you are diabetic. So I was as close to the edge as you can get on that. And so I am taking some medication for that, but I'm also trying to push harder, trying to do better, trying to double down on the carnivore diet here and really push it like I've had success doing before. A couple other ones, I told you my vitamin D was down. The normal range is 30 to 100, and I was reading about a 12 on my vitamin D. So I'm taking some vitamin D supplements for that. I don't know if I mentioned my testosterone was low in the last video, but my level is about 129 of testosterone, but the normal range is 164 to 886. So I'm low in my testosterone, and as the doctor explained, she said, it is very good for you to have strong levels of testosterone. It helps in your health. It helps in your strength. It helps in your just your happiness and all that kind of stuff. So, but we're not doing anything about the testosterone at this point. She wants to see if we can get the testosterone down and things looking better in that regards, what that does to my testosterone levels. I've also, one of the reasons I went to the doctor, other than it's been 4 years and I thought it'd be good to get my blood work done, is that I've been having a really hard time and peeing a lot. I didn't really want to bring that up last time, but I'm okay. I guess the reason I'm okay with it now is because they did a urine sample and the results came back for that, and I do have a urinary tract infection. So that, I know peeing a lot and being thirsty is a sign of diabetes as well, but I was it was different than, I wasn't thirsty all the time. I do drink a lot anyway, but yeah, I mean, it was getting to the point where, I'd have to pee every hour or even less than that sometimes. Makes it hard to go see a movie, makes it hard to travel on the road and things like that. But so I am taking some antibiotics for that. But yeah, a lot of medication. I don't typically take pills. I don't take medication other than, if I have a headache, I take some ibuprofen, or if I have the flu or cold or whatever, I want to sleep, I'll take some NyQuil. But typically I'm not, my blood pressure is good, that kind of thing. So I'm not used to taking medication. I don't really care for it. I mean, the vitamin D, I don't really care about that. I think I said that last time. I'm repeating myself here. But anyway, that's kind of more details on where I'm at and why I'm trying to do better. So how did I do this week? I was able to get to, I forgot to weigh myself this morning, so I can't give you a weight report. But I'll definitely show you progress on that in my next video next week. And I do have it written down from last week, so I'll let you know what's going on. I'm not trying to hide anything there. But no, I did really well with the eating. I pretty much stuck to the 2 times a day. That seemed to work better than the 1 time a day. And it just, in a lot of ways, it makes more sense for what I'm trying to do. But I'm not trying to snack or eat jerky or even the good stuff in between the meals. Sometimes I do, but like maybe 1 or 2 days I did that. But yeah, for lunch, I've just been eating hamburgers. I bring 2 or 3 hamburgers with me. Sometimes I have cheese, sometimes I don't with those. And that's pretty much, except one day I was meeting somebody at lunch meeting, and I was able to set up where we were going to go. So I took us to a barbecue place, and I had some brisket, and I had some, I had double brisket on that. So that was good. I was going to have some pulled pork with it, but I can get the double brisket, so I did. Anything else interesting about lunches? I think that no, I just been eating hamburgers. When I come home for dinner, it varies on what I have. I was going to take a picture every day. I did take one picture the first day, Monday. I had some sausage. I had a little tube of sausage that I had used some of it the previous days, and so I just cooked it up like a huge hamburger patty, sausage patty, and threw a few eggs on there and ate those up. That was really good. Yeah, I had bacon. I had more hamburgers. I had today, Sunday, I had the beginning of this week. So, but I had pork belly today. So I think I'm getting some steak out for later this week, for tomorrow and later this week. So yeah, I'm trying to set up some good things to eat. So I've done really well with my eating. I did not get out and do much. I mean, I did exercise, and I did try to do extra on certain days or whatever when I had a chance. But I need to really, I don't know. I need to focus on. I'm trying to focus on everything, but I think focusing on the food is the most important, because that's going to provide the biggest results. That's not to say that the walking and the exercise isn't important, because it is, but the food is more important. So, but anyway, I do plan on improving on that. But I was sick one day that I think it was Thursday. I stayed home. I came home early from work on Wednesday, because I wasn't feeling well, and I took a nap or whatever and stuff. And then the next day I just didn't feel much better. So I didn't go in on Thursday. I just kind of sat around the house. But I didn't, go to comfort foods and stuff like that. Sometimes when you're not feeling well, you do that. But no, I stuck to it. And yeah, that's I think about all I have to report. That's a lot. So I'll let you get back to your day. And like I say, I'll give you more information on weight coming up next week. And until then, stay carnivore.
All right, Marshall, all that stuff you said in there makes me think that you really, really got to be that carnivore guy from now on, man. You live up to your own little parting shot there and stay carnivore. Because, yeah, 5.9, that's pre-diabetic. And peeing all the time, that's diabetic. And insulin high, you are basically on the verge. But if you stick with carnivore and you avoid the carbs, just avoid them. Just don't do them. Don't eat them at all. Don't have them. And that will go away. Right now, your body is telling you, hey, I can't handle carbs anymore. I can't do it. You got to stop. Don't eat the brownies and the ice cream like you did in December. Just that's the 2025 Marshall. That's never going to happen again. That's what you got to do, man. You can do it, and you'll be glad that you did. You can save yourself some trouble. And when you say you don't like taking medications, let me tell you, you'll be taking a lot of medications if you wind up getting to diabetes. I was taking 5 a day when I was in that phase. Now I take 0, and that's the way it should be. Yeah, you let your food be your medicine, sir. Let it be your medicine, and it will heal you. So go for it, Marshall. You can do it. Keep it up. Sounds like you did pretty good this week, so keep it up. And yeah, if you can manage to get out and do more exercise, that uses blood sugar, and that will improve your A1C and improve your all of those things too. It'll improve your diabetes. Your muscles use that blood sugar to function. So more walking wouldn't be bad, but much more important, just don't get the sugar in the blood in the first place. That's the way to do it. All right, Marshall, keep it up. You're doing good. We'll see you guys all next time on Big Anklevich on Health.